Good morning and welcome to Flash Talk Thursday. Today, you can ask me any questions that you want regarding undergraduate admissions. My name is Stacie Ansley, and I have worked with the Office of Global Education for about 10 years. So I am excited to answer your questions today and do whatever it takes to get you on campus in January or come August. So start asking your questions, but until you give me some questions, I went ahead and went through our emails, and I am going to answer all of the email questions that we get repetitively. So let's begin with the number one email, and that is our global scholarship. Kent State undergraduate team has a wonderful scholarship, and it is called the Global Scholarship. And it is for all F1 visa students. So if you have an F1 visa, then you automatically qualify for freshmen, transfer students, postgraduate students, and ESL students. So all you need to do is have 12 in-person classes on Kent State campus. So when you are doing your schedule, you're going to work with your academic advisor and you are going to tell them, I have the global scholarship. I need 12 in-person classes on Kent campus. That is how much you get is determined by your grade point average. So do as good as you can in high school and college, and your GPA is going to be what determines how much you get. So the global scholarship you can get, the lowest amount you can get is $4,300, and the highest amount you can get is $17,000. So since $17,000 is such a huge figure, that's what I'm going to focus on right now. If you have a 3.7 GPA, you can be invited to join our honors college, and honors will have you write an essay, and if you are chosen by the honors office, then they will give you $2,000. Well, the max that we get for the 3.7 is $12,000, but if you're chosen for honors, we are going to put another $3,000 in. So we're going to give you $15,000, and honors is going to give you $2,000. So there's your $17,000. So keep working hard, get a good GPA, and be rewarded by getting some global scholarship that can go towards your tuition and your fees. The big important thing is you have to be admitted by November 1st if you want to be coming for the spring. So for spring, you have to already be admitted by November 1st. This is for the global scholarship, and for fall, you have to be admitted by July 1st. And those are very important dates to remember because that's how you're going to get automatically qualified for the global scholarship. So make sure you keep those dates in mind. And again, this is for all F1 students. You're automatically qualified. Okay, so for honors, you definitely want to add that extra money on top. So for the deadline for honors for spring is December 1st. And for fall, it is January 15th. So get your applications in. You have to be admitted by those dates in order to qualify, and you have to have a 3.7 GPA. You'll get an invitation from honors, and they will review your essay that they have you write. This is only for first year freshmen. So the honors portion is only open for our first year freshmen. So that is very exciting. And any questions you have about the global scholarship, please feel free to send an email, and I will put that in the just contact us and we will give you more information. The next biggest question we have is about housing. Okay, you got admitted and now you're like, where do I live? What am I going to do? Well, the first 2 years you are required to live on campus. So living on campus is awesome because you're already in the living community. They pair you with, if you're in aeronautics, you're going to be living with other peers, other aeronautics students. So this really helps with studying and making dates to figure out, getting your projects done and everything. So housing is awesome because you're right next to the dorms, the schools, the classrooms, and most importantly, the dining halls. So if you are over 20 years old or you have 60 credits, maybe you're a transfer student, then you are not required to live on campus. So you would be able to waive that living on campus. There are 24 residence halls and many to choose from. The average cost is $4,200 to live in a dorm. They have singles, doubles, and triples. And it's always exciting to see like what's in your room. Well, the halls all have an extra large twin bed. So buying sheets for a twin bed will not fit this bed. It's an extra long twin bed. You have a desk, you have a dresser, you have a wardrober. There's also a community kitchen. So somewhere in your dorm, there is a full kitchen and you can go to the residence, the RA, the desk area and ask if they have pots and pans that you can borrow. They also are very handy. Sometimes they have the cleaning supplies or if you need a sweeper. So make sure you take advantage of everything that housing has to offer. Some of the dorms do have private bathrooms and others have what is called a pod bathroom. So that means that you go in across the hall, you go out of your room and you go across the hall and there are individual, you open up a door, inside that little room is a bathroom with a toilet, a sink, and a shower. You can lock the door, so it's like your own private bathroom, but you do have to walk across the hall. So that is pretty much what we have for our housing information. They do have a lottery system that if you are admitted by, I believe it's May 1st, then you are put into a lottery. And what date comes up, let's say May 15th comes up, then you at that time will be notified and you will pick which dorm you want to live in. And if at that time you know who you want to live with, then you could put in that you want this person to be your roommate. So that kind of takes out the waiting until July. You used to have to wait and to find out where you're going to be placed and everything. So housing has done some wonderful improvements with how they pick and select where you're going to live. So please, if you have any questions, you can contact housing at kent.edu and or just look on their website. They have a lot of great information out there. And so does all of Kent State. If you are not following us on social media, you need to follow anything Kent State on Facebook. We have international missions, we have ISSS, Kent State athletics, Kent State housing, just Kent State in general. That tells you everything that we have going on. So before you get here, you see all the activities and all the things that we do for our students. So please take advantage of the social media because it's there to educate you and tell you what we have going on. So there are, okay. I have one question that says, how competitive is admissions for international transfer students compared to first year applicants? That's a really good question, but it's not competitive. As long as you have what you need, which for a transfer student, you would just need your college transcript. You would need to pay the $70 application fee and you would need your proof of English. So as long as you have those items, then you will work with your immigration office at your current school to transfer your CVIS record to our school. So it is not competitive and we welcome all transfer students. And that's why we offer our global scholarship to our transfer students because we want you here on Kent campus. Okay. The next question is what kinds of internships or work opportunities are available for architecture students, both during the program and after graduation? That's a really good question, Maria. And as soon as you are admitted to Kent State, you automatically qualify for any on-campus job. F1 students can work 20 hours a week, and those jobs can be found on a platform called Handshake. And so as soon as you're admitted, you can register for Handshake and you can review all the jobs and uh, apply to as many as you want. As far as architect students, my recommendation is always to work with your academic advisor, your teachers, anybody over in the architect department. The more eager you are to get some hands-on experience, the more likely you are to be able to be the one that gets maybe an internship. I have had many students, one that was here from Egypt, and she got to do an internship in Florida. So she did something in Disney, setting up something with an architect program. So she loved it. She was just here for 6 months and she made that happen. So you can absolutely find things to do within the college. So Handshake is a good tool if you are looking for just a position on campus, $20, 20 hours a week to supplement your income. But if you want hands-on experience within your college, please work with the college. You're welcome. Okay, so what scholarships are available for international transfer students? About 70 credits to Kent State. You're absolutely, it's all based on GPA. So what we're going to do is we're going to calculate your GPA from your current university. And wherever that falls, you can make that much money. So I'm just going to put it out there. Let's say you have a 3.5 to a 3.59. You can get $7,000 a year. So that's $7,000 a year for 4 years. That's 8 semesters. So as long as you continue to have a 2.0 GPA and 12 in-person classes, then you will keep that scholarship. So this is for transfer students. This is for English ESL students. This is for freshmen, and this is for postgraduate students. All those students, as long as you apply by the deadlines. So you have to remember that July 1st is the deadline for fall, and for November 1st is for spring. So remember those deadlines. You just have to be registered, fully admitted, not registered, but fully admitted by those dates, and you automatically qualify for the global scholarship. So yes, transfer students qualify for the scholarship. It's based on GPA. That's what the scholarship is based on. So you definitely will get some scholarship. Okay. I don't see any other questions. So let me go on to one of my emails. Okay, another big thing. Okay, jobs on campus. That's funny. I just kind of covered that. International students, again, are allowed to work 20 hours a week during our breaks, which is we have spring break, summer vacation, obviously, and Christmas break. You can work 28 hours a week. So that's always a nice perk. As soon as you're accepted, you can look for Handshake. That is, you just register, and that's all the jobs are going to show up there. Probably the biggest jobs on campus are the dining halls, the dining services. Rec center is a huge job that everybody likes to go for. And also in our tutoring center are some good jobs. So those are some great places to look. Okay. If I am admitted into direct nursing track, am I automatically moving into pre-nursing, or do I get an instant rejection? Okay, nursing, the best thing for you to do for nursing is to look on the nursing website. But if you do not qualify and have what they need to enter the nursing program directly, you're going to be entered into public health. And once you get to the sciences and the maths and everything that they require a nursing student to have, then you will be in the nursing program arrangement where they put you next. So it's pre-nursing, but the best thing to do is contact nursing, review their website, and then if you have any other questions, I always suggest contacting nursing@kent.edu. Okay. I am an international student pursuing a bachelor in cyber security degree. What are the admission requirements and are there any possible scholarships? Okay. The scholarships are all going to be the same. So the question for scholarships is going to be, you definitely get the global scholarship. That's the only scholarship that you will have for the cybersecurity. So you can check with the department, see if they have any additional scholarships, but that is the scholarship program that we have in our office. Okay, Judy wants to know about a first year international student. How can she get a fully funded scholarship? Great question, Julie. I wish I had a better answer, but we do not offer a fully funded scholarship. We offer the global scholarship based strictly on your GPA. So that's what we have to offer you. So the most you can get from us, if you're a great student, you're going to be rewarded and you're going to get $17,000 if you apply and get invited and accepted into the honors program. So we don't have a full ride. There's nothing full ride. And flight fees are not covered for your scholarships. Fully funded. Fully funded is not going to happen in our. Okay, so no other questions right now. So I'm going to talk about, let's talk about career closets. Okay, so you're on campus and you're trying to get some interviews, and the best thing, one of the best things we have going is our career center, and they do so much for our students. And you're only going to, if you don't reach out to them, then that's your own problem, because they can help you with anything. Let's say you have an interview, you need a suit, you need clothes, you need a dress. Go to the career closet and they'll have that for you for free. They help you with resume writing. So if you have a resume and you think it's not, you just want someone else to look at it, there'll be a second pair of eyes. They're going to help you with resume writing. They do professional headshots. So if you want to spruce up your LinkedIn page, make it look fresh, they will do a professional headshot. They have career fairs 3 to 4 times a year. So you can go, you can just practice, just meet potential employees. And the more you practice, the better you're going to be. So just the experience that you can get working with these with our career center is going to really help you. So big question is, how do I apply? And I like to say it's just 3 easy steps. You pay your $70 application fee. You upload your transcripts. We need your original language and your translated copy. And then you will upload your English scores. So for English proficiency, we take the TOEFL, the IELTS, the Pearson Test English, and the Duolingo. So all of those are the only way you can waive your English scores. So that's what you need to provide in order to waive your English. Once you apply, then it takes our team about 2 weeks to review your application and place a decision. So keep that in mind. During the busy season, it might take us 3 weeks, but know your deadlines, because that is free money that we are giving you for everything that you've worked hard for in high school and college. So get your application. You have to be admitted by the deadline. So it's July 1st for fall and it is November 1st for spring. So if you're coming for spring of 2026, November 1st is your deadline. That is what you need to be thinking about right now, is November 1st. So that is a very important thing. What are some fun things that we do on campus for our students? Well, the biggest draw is our international cook-off, and our ISSS team does an awesome job with that. It's probably the biggest attended event on campus. As soon as you arrive it's in the fall. So as soon as you arrive in the fall, they're already asking you, do you want to have a team? Do you want to do a team? And what it is that you will come up with a team of students from your country, and you give our culinary team the recipes that you want to make. And then it's usually around like November 17th, but don't quote me, there is the huge event of the cook-off. So everybody is stationed in the ballroom, and we have judges, and you can be dressed in your native dress. And our team prepares the meals for by the recipes that you gave. So it's a fun event. There's a lot of activity, and it's a good way to promote your country and make your mom and dad proud. Another thing we have coming up soon is our homecoming parade. And so I just met with my group of Rwandan students yesterday. They're getting their float ready, and it's a parade that it's called the homecoming because it's the alumni, the people that have graduated from Kent come back to campus to attend the parade and to attend the football game later that day. So it's just a fun event that we have. And it's another way for you just to get your country noticed. And it's a good time. Monthly, we have cultural cafes. Yesterday, we had a Pakistan cultural cafe. And so the student, again, gave his recipes to our culinary staff. They prepared them. He does a small presentation on his country, and it just creates awareness and diversity. And that's what we are all about. And that's why we do these events, because we want the domestic students at Kent State University to thrive and to gain everything they can from you, because you're the reason. We have about 1,700 Kent State international students, and that's why we are so diverse. We have students from 95 different countries. So that is what makes us who we are. So we learn just as much from the international students as hopefully you learn from us. The last big event that we do is in January. So if you come in spring, you'll be here for that. It's the International Night at the men's basketball game. And it is, we do a parade of nations at halftime. So the student athletes that are international, they carry their flags. The international students carry their flags. And we had 48 different nations, countries represented last year. So it's growing every year. And my biggest joy is to see the single students walking with their flag from Omani, and just knowing like he was the only one from Omani that is there holding up his flag and really making everybody proud. Running out of time, running short here, going quickly, but I'm sure all of you have some kind of cell phone with an LCD liquid crystal display. Well, that is thanks to Kent State University students back in 1965. Kent State is designated as an R1 school. So Kent State is one of the top research institutions in the United States. We are on a team of 150 other schools that were selected. So this is huge, and every career, so many majors, you have a research aspect to it. So we need you here to help with research. You can be the next one that is developing something that really makes a difference in the world. Okay, let me see if there are any other questions. What kind of public transportation or student discounts exist for getting around the city? Thank you so much. Maria, another great question. We have something called PARTA bus system, okay? And as soon as you get here, you will get your flashline card, get your flash card, and you're automatically able to ride that bus for free. That will take you all around campus. That will take you, bus 35 will take you to Walmart to get any supplies you need. You can go to stores, shopping. For a few more dollars, you can ride it to Cleveland, okay? Cleveland, you can spend the day going to all the museums for free. Absolutely beautiful museums. There is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay, that costs some money, but if you like music, it's worth every cent. There are so many things and places that you can do on the bus system. Obviously, we have two airports very close to us, the Akron-Canton Airport and the Cleveland Airport. I have a lot of students that come just for the 6 months for one semester, and they manage to find their way to the airport, to Disney, to LA, to Las Vegas. It is very convenient to travel. The airport is 40 minutes away. So with Ubers and all the other ways of traveling and transportation, it's a very, very good system for transportation. And a lot of the campus is walkable. So I really want to stress that. It's a beautiful campus, and you can walk from uh, the middle of campus downtown in 20 minutes. So downtown has great international restaurants, great food choices. They have something going on all the time. There was a rock and roll guitar festival this last weekend. They have a Harry Potter festival. So there are so many things you can do just walking distance. So plenty of restaurants, and that is. Let me just see if there's any more. Are there any application fee waivers available for international students? No, we do not have application fee waivers. Don't have them. You have to pay the $70 application fee, and that's do not have any waivers. I did want to clubs and organizations. We have 350 clubs and organizations, so they range from food clubs to religious clubs to art clubs to dancing clubs to athletic clubs. So if you don't see a club that you like, it only takes two people to make a club. So create your own club while you're at Kent State. If you don't see something, go for it. Dining halls are great. We have 20 locations on campus. Eastway and DI Hub are probably the most popular. They're nestled in between, a good distance apart from the dorms, so students can get to those easily. We have great vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free options. We even have some halal options. During Ramadan, we have boxes. So you can go to Eastway or DI Hub in the early morning or evening and get a Ramadan box, so you're all set. We also have 2 Starbucks on campus, one being in the library, which is awesome because you can stay up late and after you drink your coffee. Okay, want to hurry up and talk about the rec center. The rec center is free. It's the state-of-the-art rec center. There are 8 basketball courts. There's 2 swimming pools. There's a light rock climbing wall, kayaking. There's a walking trail. They have a lot of healthy food choices. They have rec leagues. So say you play soccer, football, volleyball at home, and you're not good enough to be an athlete to get a full ride scholarship here. They have rec leagues that you can join, and you still have the competitiveness, and it's great. We do have 19 NCAA D1 sports on campus, everything ranging from football to field to baseball, basketball, wrestling, golf, men's and women's, soccer, gymnastics. So I always encourage my students to attend a sporting event. You are in America for 4, 5, 6 years. Do what we do. Okay, go see some of the sports, go see some of the activities, and you won't regret it. Maybe you'll find a new sport. I want to give a shout out to our fashion school. It was named by Vogue magazine as one of the best fashion schools for design and marketing. We have over 280 majors at Kent State University. I was lucky enough to be one of the very first to graduate from the Kent State Fashion School of Merchandising. So great shout out to them as being one of the top fashion schools in the world. Okay, housing, some just general rules, no pets. Kent State is a smoke-free, tobacco-free campus. So there's no smoking of any type, no vaping, nothing on campus. We want to keep our clean air. Okay, we talked about the scholarship. Safety on campus. Kent State is so safe. It's very safe. If you are studying late and your friends all go back to the dorm, you can arrange for a security person to walk back with you to your dorm. We never want you to worry that you have to walk somewhere alone. There are blue lights stationed all over campus, and if you need a phone, your phone isn't charged, you can use those phones and you can get someone to help you. I bring students to campus at 2 in the morning, and it is lit up just like it is now. there are lights. There are always security walking around that you can see in yellow shirts. So it is a very, very safe campus. Okay, let me see if there are any more. The weather, I did want to talk about the weather. It's so awesome here. Today, I am outside on campus because it's such a beautiful day. It's one of our last days of summer. Monday is the first day of fall. So what fall means is that campus is going to turn into reds, yellows, and red, yellow, green, orange leaves. And it's just beautiful. So uh, then comes winter, and winter is also an exciting time. My WhatsApp just blows up in the winter for snow because so many of you live in countries that don't have snow. So the first time that it snows, they're like, it's snowing. And so I get to relive that excitement every single season. Then we have spring and summer, which our grounds crew does an amazing job with all the beautiful flowers and everything that we have on campus. So I am running out of time, but I'm going to look and see what other questions that we have. Uh, Let me see. And if I don't get your questions on air, I will definitely answer them after this ends. And public transportation, we got that. Okay. Looks like the majority of the questions were answered. And I don't want to keep you guys longer than the half hour. So when should I be in the States for spring? So you will work with our ISSS department to, once they issue your I-20, they'll let you know, I believe it's a month before classes start. So classes are January 12th. That's when you can figure out when you're allowed to arrive. But that's an ISS at kent.edu question. So I would definitely ask them when you can arrive. My only concern is that I have seen students come early and you're staying in a dorm by yourself because all the students leave campus December 15th when classes end. So there's no food open at that time. So I would really try to stop you from coming too early because winter is a whole different beast. There's not a lot to do. Campus is pretty much closed up, and I would just wait a few weeks, stay home with mom and dad, get more ready for your trip, and don't come too early because there's just not a lot open in the winter time. So with that, I think we are going to close off for today. Thank you all for coming. And please, you can forward this to your friends, your family, anybody that's on the fence about coming to Kent State University because we want you here to be part of our Flash family. So thank you very much. Have a great day and go Flashes.